Welcome to Inside Ideas UK Leadership Conversations. It's been a while since we brought one of these conversations to you, but we really want to focus on those people sharing the vision and shaping the future of Ideas UK and innovation today. As you know, at Ideas UK, our vision is to embed innovation into the DNA of every organization that we work with because we believe innovation is vital to ongoing sustainability and to the success of every organization. So, in each episode, we spend just a few minutes getting to know one of our team, and I am delighted today to be joined by Will Pryke from OpenReach. And Will, could you start by introducing yourself and just sharing a little bit about yourself from a personal level?
Sure. Thanks for the invite. So Will Pryke, I have worked in IT, systems testing, telecoms, and I guess through that innovation throughout my whole career. I live up in Ipswich in the east of England, so commuting to London as and when needed. But yeah, I've lived in around that area all my life. Spent most of it working for BT, and we'll come on to that in a moment. But I also, yeah, like to get out into the countryside, ride my bike, do a bit of sailing. And I've also been a school governor for more years than I care to remember at our local primary school.
Fantastic. Thank you. And now, kind of thinking about your background more in the innovation space. I know you've mentioned BT. I'm guessing that's where the innovation background comes from.
Yeah, so I started my early career at the BT Labs up in Martlesham Heath, and went through yeah, a number of their research programs, and so that was my early career, working in this junior sort of research role. Then, as time went on, got involved in various things, some international standards work. So looking at file transfer and messaging services. I went through a thing we had up here called Brightstar, which is our was a startup incubator. So we pulled people with various ideas and skills together into small groups to work on those ideas, and then actually developed them up. So we had business support, and incubated them up, and then decided whether we would spin them up or out. So a really challenging time, but great to have the space and freedom to explore that, which kind of then led us on to that kind of came and didn't get spun out in the end, but we did get brought back into what was research again. And one of the things that we picked up was actually the relaunch of the BT New Ideas scheme. So this was a chance, and the first time we came across Ideas UK, and so I was involved in setting that up or relaunching that back in which, yeah, 20 years ago nearly that was. So I know. Anyway, well, yeah, and then since then went on to run other innovation programs, including a thing called the Infinity Lab, which we ran for several years, which was our startup incubator. So another passion of mine is kind of that whole kind of corporate startup, working together to find a win-win where, we can use the startup's agility and the scale of the corporate to get to market. So yeah, did that, and then I've been out, done other pieces of work for the University of Suffolk. So I applied for their Digitech Centre, which I was helped set up a couple of 3 years ago, and came back to OpenReach recently. So part of the BT family, and looking at open innovation within that organisation. So how do we find suppliers doing really neat stuff that we can work collaboratively with, trial and bring to fore for either our own use or potentially working with partners.
Thank you. So quite an extensive background when it actually comes to innovation. Even the fact we often think of innovation as a more modern concept, but a good history there. So you mentioned it was quite a long time ago that you came across Ideas UK for the first time. We have been in existence for 40 years, so we've got some history
Long.
there too. But kind of what made you, or what encouraged you, or why did you want to get more involved with Ideas UK?
So I guess I became more recently involved with Ideas UK, looking at the Idea of the Year competitions,
Yeah.
which I've certainly been aware of before, but entered one of the projects I was working on in the 2004 innovation category, and actually went through that whole kind of process as an outsider, coming to fresh, and was very fortunate to take away the prize for innovation of the year in that category. So I guess, say, going through that is kind of inspired me a bit, well, quite a lot, and also the network of people in Ideas UK. Certainly, the innovation culture. It's made of an eclectic mix of diverse people, because it's that kind of creative thinking from different perspectives and backgrounds that makes innovation thrive. So seeing that in action, coming to conference and chatting with others, I thought, it's a good community to be involved in. I'd like to help out a bit more if I can.
No, brilliant. And we are absolutely delighted to have you on board and help shape in the direction that we go in for the future too. So, in terms of kind of innovation or engagement, kind of where do your passions really lie?
Well, I think, as I said, I've mentioned before, so I'm very strongly about trying to find the collaboration within ecosystems. So,
Mm.
how can you pull together the ideas and creativity from academia with small companies that have got agility, and also leveraging the strengths of corporates. When we were doing the work on the Infinity Lab, I had a great opportunity to work with a number of other larger companies, corporates, to understand how they were doing innovation and the models that they chose. So I'll give a shout out to London and Partners and their innovation fellowship, which is another great community of innovation leaders. But for me, innovation is a muscle. So you have to keep training it. There are tools and techniques that will help you train it better, but keep practicing, engage widely, share more. Has always been my kind of mantra to get that culture of innovation within an organisation.
No, that's super. And I think that's very much our ethos here at Ideas UK,
Absolutely,
which is
yeah,
why you're such a natural fit too, because it's all about collaboration, community, and kind of sharing those successes with each other, how we do it, how we deliver innovation to help others to deliver innovation at scale too. So, no, a perfect fit, Will. So thank you for that. And I guess in terms of collaboration, I'm thinking more of the committee and kind of like you say, you're now on the Ideas UK exec committee. Kind of what do you feel kind of the team can do as a group to really strengthen the network for the future and be promoting innovation?
yeah. I mean, it is all about that community and the outreach. Certainly, we've had some new people join recently. Who've got some a bit younger than myself. So again,
Lovely.
having a diversity of age and perspectives certainly helps us understand the different cultures of different age groups, having been through different life experiences. I guess people who've grown up more recently, will have a very different life. I'm thinking of my children, who are now in their 20s, of entering the workforce and driving their own careers, as seen something very different to what we've
Yeah.
been through. So but embracing that and using it to spread the word, really.
Brilliant. And you mentioned earlier about the idea of the year competition, and you've been part of that competition. Would you encourage other people to get involved? What do you feel kind of it gives people?
Yeah, I mean, certainly from our perspective, personally, it's a good opportunity to benchmark yourself externally. So,
Yeah.
we all like to think that we have good innovation practice, and we drive things forwards. But if by putting yourself up against what other ideas that are out there, actually just going through the categories and seeing who else is presenting the kinds of innovations that they're driving, very diverse. And you can learn a lot from being involved in that process. But win or lose, it was a good activity for us to do ourselves. To think about the structures again, how you present it to a different audience, and yeah, it kind of drove our own innovation muscle. So it was a good experience.
Thank you. And if you could say kind of one thing directly to the Ideas UK members right now, what would that be?
Well, the idea of the year competition and conference
No.
is open now, 11th, 10th, 11th, or 11th, 12th, I can't remember, of November.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, please look at your innovation work stack, get involved and submit your ideas.
No, brilliant. And I think this year, with that collaboration with Bayes Business School and the Centre for Creativity and AI, there's going to be some really high quality speakers and a great opportunity, like you say, still to do that networking too. So, hopefully, a really good combination of lectures and interactive sessions that everyone's going to benefit from. And
Absolutely.
equally, for those who've maybe not yet joined Ideas UK or who stumble across this lovely conversation between us and think, what's all this about? What would you say to those who have yet to join Ideas UK?
Where have you been? Come on.
Like it.
Yeah, I mean, these networks do exist, and they're hugely valuable. But obviously, you've got to find them. So, and like anything, you only get out what you put in. So, please open the door, have the conversation, come and say hi. It would be great to yeah, have you in the community.
Thanks, Will. And I would echo that entirely. So that really brings us to the end of this episode of Inside Ideas UK Leadership Conversations. Thank you, Will, for taking the time to share your thoughts with our members, and to everyone listening. Keep an eye out for more of these short conversations. Plus, as Will eloquently put, please do enter the Idea of the Year competition and join us at conference this year. We'd love to see you. Thank you very much.